Hello guys, welcome to the today live stream. What I'm gonna be doing in today's video is I'm gonna walk you through a complete step-by-step guide how to list the item on eBay. I know this is a very simple thing to do, but I can guarantee you the method which I'm gonna show you today, there are many things you probably didn't even know. It's gonna be the longer one, so I'm doing it live. That's why it's going to be a bit longer video, but it's gonna be packed with tons of value. I will try my best to keep it really short, but there are a couple of things that I really want to describe in this video, and I don't want to miss them. So I'm gonna explain each and every section, importance of them, once it comes to listing the item on eBay, and everything will be very detailed in this video. So all of them will be as a step-by-step guide. Everything will be right here as well. So the thing is, as you will be probably able to see my screen, yes, I have the listing thing open already. And I'm gonna be walking through each and every one of them: title, subtitle, custom label, category, variation, each and every one of them. I'm gonna be talking about it, pictures, description. Again, I said it's gonna be packed with tons of value, but there is no way for me to keep this one short. But I will try my best to be really stick with to the point. But this is the way I personally list the item on eBay as well. We really try our best to optimize the listing, use the right kind of keywords in the title, use the right kind of keywords in the description. And that's the reason you're gonna get sales, that the people will be able to find your listing. If they can't find your listing, of course you won't be able to get any sales. So I'm gonna be listing a one item right here. So it's gonna work with any item that you want to list as well, and it's going to be absolutely free. I'm not going to use any paid tool, nothing like that. So I'm gonna optimize my listing using all kind of free tools, no paid tools. I'm gonna use right here as well. So before any delay, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start listing an item, and I highly recommend that you save this video as well for the future reference. So if you need to list an item again, you can just simply open this tutorial and you will be able to follow everything step by step as well. The reason I want to keep it really descriptive, because I want you to explain each and every section, what they actually do and how it affects your sales as well. Because the products that you will be listing might not be similar to the products which I'm listing at the moment. So if you know what exactly each and every section does, I'm really gonna geek out. I'm really gonna be technical in all of them. So you will have a better understanding what we are doing, how we are trying to do everything. So in the future, if you want to list as well, you will be able to do the similar thing by yourself. So stick around, it's gonna be packed with tons of value right here. Okay, so before any delay, let's jump into it. Anjan Arif, it is absolutely live. We are live right here as well. But I want to really finish this one for the replay. I want to show everybody step by step on the screen how to really list the item. So I hope you will be able to see my screen right here. This is the screen. Okay, I'm going to go to my browser here. The first thing you have is a title. Two things are very important when it comes to listing an item on eBay. Number one is title, and number two, your pictures. Because this is something, I always say title is something which gonna bring the traffic over to your listing. And then people look at your listing and then they decide if this picture that they are watching is really click-worthy or not. So focus on two things. Rest of each and everything, have their own position, have their own importance, but they are not as important as your title and pictures. So spend as much time that you can with your titles and with your pictures, because 80% of your sales is going to depend on your title and depend on your description. Depend on your pictures. Rest of everything, like what category you select, what you write inside your description, not all the people gonna even look at what category you are listing in or what description you have. People gonna look at your title, your picture, and your price, and that's where they're gonna buy the item. I mean, not everybody will go inside the description. So you wanna spend maximum amount of time deciding your pictures, deciding your title as well. So a lot of people, when they are listing it, they start from the title. That's not the way I do it. I leave the title for end, and I will because we will go inside the listing and explain you why I do that, what's the reason behind it as well. I'm not gonna talk about the title. The next thing we're gonna have is a subtitle. Subtitle, the price is going to be £2.40. £2 is 40 pence is for 1 month. So if you list the item today, your listing fees is going to be 30 pence. But if you use a subtitle as well, you will pay extra £2.40 every month if your listing have more than one item. So normally, if you want to decide if using a subtitle is something which will be work for you or not, this is something you have to, I personally recommend, if you have a more than one quantity of one item. For example, if I'm selling these cables right here, okay, if I have more than one of these, I will use subtitle depending on what products I'm selling, because title is something that people can look at glance. They don't really need to go in a description. It's the same thing for your subtitle as well. If it's only one-off sale, £2.40, I don't think it's a good idea, even though people can get a lot of information before even going inside a description. But title, £2.40, it's not something that I recommend for one-off listing. If your listing have more than one item, what is the best thing for you to write inside the subtitle? That's we're gonna decide by looking at the listing. So leave that at the moment. Title and subtitle, if you're doing subtitle, just leave it for the end, and I will show you why I left that to end as well. So next thing is going to be our custom label. If you are struggling to watch the screen and the text looks so small, I will recommend you switch it to the full screen and watch it in a landscape mode. So like this, that gonna give you like more visibility in the terms of showing the things. So if you are watching like this at the moment, just watch like that. It will give you like more visibility. You will be able to see a lot of things on the screen, whatever is going on. So I highly recommend you do that. Okay, what is the custom label? What is the SKU? The buyer normally do not see this. It's not visible to the buyer. This is what I normally use it. It's for my own it's for my own purpose. So for example, you have a storage, okay? The item that you are listing today, for example, these glasses. Okay, I do wear glasses actually when I'm doing the stuff on the screen. That's why they are here. I don't normally use for videos. So if you are doing, for example, if I'm selling these glasses in my storage, I know these are on shelf number 6, basket number 4, just to give an example, or box number 4, something like that. I normally just write that one. Everybody have a different organization system. Some people write their barcode number like EEN codes, or everybody going to have a different organization system. So whatever you're gonna write here, when you're gonna print your label, especially with the Royal Mail click and drop, this one actually going to be on the dispatch notes. You will see the custom label on the dispatch notes. So for example, if I'm listing, let's say, iPhone cable, which is 2 meter, just to give an example, I put little bit title here, iPhone cable, which is 2 meter. So the title is going to be lengthy. We're going to, of course, do the title. But just to give me an idea when I'm quickly looking for the item, when I'm quickly finding them, I'm just probably, I will just write iPhone IPH 2M, just to give me an idea. That's how I use them. The buyer do not see these. You can leave it empty. This does not have any kind of role whatsoever inside the listing that you are doing. So it doesn't really matter. You can even leave it empty. It's just for your own personal, it's for your own personal use. Okay, so next one is going to be the category. Okay, the category is the one when you start listing the item, the eBay will recommend you to the category. So stick with that, because they know the best in what category the item really falls in. So it's normally I leave that to eBay to decide it for me. But sometimes the system inside the eBay is a little bit glitchy. It's not really it's not really accurate as well. So because today we are listing iPhone cable, I'm gonna list it in a cable and adapters. If you want to change a category as well, you can just simply change, like chargers and docks. This is either you list in a cables and adapter or charger and docks, it's fine. Choosing a right kind of category, it doesn't matter as well. Just find whatever is close to the item that you are listing, because at the end of the day, eBay does not look at your category. They really gonna see what your item is, and they're gonna categorize it in their search depending on how you describe your item. So category, the thing is, whatever the nearest one is close to your item that you are listing, just select that category and you're gonna be absolutely fine. Don't choose the wrong category, because if you choose the wrong category, what's gonna happen is in that category, the listing, the fees might be little low. And when you sell the item in that category, eBay just gonna remove your listing because you haven't chosen the right category. They call it that you are trying to avoid the eBay fees. So choose the right category. For me, I can just go with the cable and adapter, or I can go with the chargers and docks as well. So cable and adapter is more like kind of close to the item that I'm listing. I will just stick with cables and adapter. So the next one is going to be your second category. You can choose more than one category, but the fees may apply. So keep this in mind. Add a second category. I never add a second category, because for almost all the items that you're gonna list on eBay, they just, I mean, you will be completely okay with just using a one category. You're just completely gonna be fine. No problem whatsoever. So having just one category, it's gonna be absolutely fine. Okay. Now, if you have a multiple items, okay, you want to create a variation inside the listing. So creating a variation is very simple thing to do, okay, because we are right here. There must be many items that you will be listing. You have to create a variation. Keep in mind, this option will only come when the eBay will allow you to create the variation in that particular category. It depends on category to category. So for example, if I probably choose the chargers and docks, that option, create variation, will not come. So you might be listing an item, and you might have chosen a category which does not allow you to list, to create a variation. So that's why if the option is there, eBay allow you to do that. If the option is not there, then eBay doesn't allow you to do that. So if the option is there, you want to create a variation, you click on create variation, and eBay will, okay, sign in, refuse, blah, blah, blah kind of stuff. Okay, while I fix that, let me go to the full view. Okay, so while I fix that, ting, because I've been logged in for like a very like a long period of time, and it signed me out. So you're gonna click on create variation. Let me just share the screen. So once you will click that, you will come on to this one. Once you are on to this one, normally they're gonna suggest you something type and connectivity or whatever. Just don't worry about that. You can actually create your own one as well. So for example, you can create with a color. You can whatever is relevant to your listing. So the first thing you wanna create is click on add and choose what you can actually create your own as well. You don't have to choose one from here. Even it is here, I will just click on create my own, and then I say probably length, just to give one example right here. So in the length, I have created the length, and then I can choose the option. So for example, I can do 1 meter, and I can do maybe 2 meter, and I can create probably 5 meter as well. So it really depends on whatever you want to do. So the length, let's say you want to have something shown on the top and something shown on the bottom. So you can actually rearrange them as well. So now the 2 meter gonna come first, then 1 meter, and then 5 meter. In my case, I would keep like this 1, 2, and 5 meter. Once you've done that, just click on continue. It will take you to the next page right here. Now you have two options. You can upload some default pictures, up to 12 of them, which just gonna, once the buyer will click on your listing, they're gonna see these pictures on your listing. But once they will choose a particular variation, then they will see whatever the variation you select. So whatever the variation is right here, length, then you will be able to pick up the length as well. So I just selected the length. Then these are the picture. You can upload them for here for 1 meter, then for 2 meter, and then for 5 meter. You can choose up to 12 pictures. I'm gonna talk more detail when I go to the picture sections. I'm just giving you one example right here that you can either just have a default pictures. So even the buyer will select the variation, then the listing will not show up. It's just gonna show the default picture. But if you select the length, then whatever the item they're gonna select, for example, if they select iPhone 1 meter cable, only the iPhone 1 meter pictures will show up as well. So that's how you actually create the variation picture by pictures. So once the buyer will select a particular item, only those pictures will show up as well. When you are creating a variation, what's happened is you will have to put the quantity and the price inside the variation as well. Even you want to edit and change the price, you will have to come back right here. Again, if you are clicking on edit and then comes and change anything if you have a variation inside your listing, you will have to come back right here. So this is a very simple stuff. The picture's just gonna come here. The quantity, you can do them in a bulk. If we do, let's say 5, just giving one example as well, and you can choose like a different price for everyone if you want to. I'm just giving you one example. That's like gonna be what the price is going to be, whatever item that you are listing as well. If those one, I'm gonna talk about the EAN number in next one, just to give you an idea. But this is like more like how you create a variation inside the listing. So for the people who are watching live, if you will have a particular question, you can put them inside the chat. So you will be able to ask me any question, and at the end I will answer all of them. So don't worry about that. So the next one, what we want to do is I'm just gonna quickly go back to without any variation. Okay, so here we are. So these are for the variation. I'm just gonna remove the variation because I just given you example how to add a variation. So I'm just gonna quickly go back to the main page and then just do the listing without the variation. But if you want to add a variation, this is how you actually add a variation inside the listing. Okay, so here we are on the main page again. So the next one is EAN number. Okay, so EAN number, if your item have a EAN number, for example, I have this screen protector sitting right next to me. Just gonna go to the full view so you will be able to see. Look right here. You see that barcode on the bottom right here. Underneath that barcode, there are long numbers. This is what we call EAN number. If your product have one, that will be absolutely fine. Almost all the products, like this is iPhone 12 Pro Max box right here. So if you go this one, this is the IMEI number, and then this one gonna have a EAN number or UPC code. They are the similar things, both of them. If your product have one, is great. Go ahead and put the EAN number there. But not all the products come with the EAN number. So what a lot of people do is they just write does not apply. Before, eBay used to have an option where you can just simply choose does not apply. But now you can't really choose that, so you can just simply type it. But this is not the method that I normally recommend you do that. So for this one, I have a complete list for like an empty default generic EAN number inside the Facebook group. There are 100 of them. You can use one from there as well, or you can buy them off eBay. They are just generic one. Normally, if you are getting a product from China and that does not have an EAN number, and that you have an intention to private label that product, like register and sell it as your brand or under your company name, then there is an institution called GS1. GS1 is responsible to allocate a EAN number to a particular product, and that will have like EAN number or UPC number. They start with something. So first digit will represent the company, and then the product line, and then the country code, and then some numbers will be uniquely relevant to the products that you are selling. So even all the EAN number in UPC code have some sort of information packed inside them. You can actually like break down if you want to. If I see a EAN number, I might be able to tell which company is making and selling this product as well. So you can normally look those things online as well, just to give you some reference right there, just to give you more information on EAN number. So the one we have them inside the Facebook group, they are not really allocated to the product. They are just the generic one. So rather than writing does not apply, if everybody will write does not apply, if for example I have a screen protector, for all the listing, let's say you write does not apply, I have a screen protector, I have a iPhone 12, or I have these glasses. If all those product does not have an EAN number and I write does not apply, I'm confusing eBay algorithm. Because eBay normally, let's say if I put iPhone 12 EAN number right here, it will then all these things will fill up by itself. The brand gonna come as a Apple, the type gonna come, it's gonna show me everything, because in eBay system that is already an item. It's already item. You just have to find that in a catalog by EAN number. So if your product have that, just type it. It's gonna save you a lot of time. But if you do not have it, buy the generic one on eBay, so you don't have to write does not apply or does not apply, or join our Facebook group. It's just $4.99, $3.99 actually, less than a cup of coffee as well. The link is inside the description, and it packed with tons of value like this. I mean, there are much more information. The next thing, condition, pretty simple, nothing fancy there. Open, never used, seller refurbished, used, or for parts only. So new, for me it is going to be new. Now we come to something, it pictures. Okay, again, I said we haven't done the title yet, just to give you the information, but we are here doing the pictures at the moment. Normally you can add up to 12 pictures without paying anything extra, but I suggest every single one of them. Let me zoom in on my face right here. Guys, if you do not have 8 pictures, and I'm gonna tell you how those pictures are going to be. If you do not have 8 pictures, don't bother listing your item. Go ahead and sort out your pictures first. If you do not have 8 pictures, don't list your item. You're just wasting your time. 8 pictures are minimum you should have once you are listing the item on eBay. So now, how those pictures should be. For example, now I'm selling a product. For example, this phone. It can be any product, okay? I'm just gonna take the cover off just to give you more reference right here. Okay, if I'm listing a phone, first of all, one thing to keep in mind is, before I talk about the angles and before I talk about everything, a lot of people, they just struggle. I need to take good pictures. Like I can't take good pictures. So I'm just gonna give you like a really good tips how to actually take the good pictures as well. Most of you out there, have a really good mobile phone. I would say even all of you. Just let me know inside the comments or inside the chat what mobile phone you are using at the moment. I can guarantee you are using a mobile phone at the moment that you probably had to sell your kidney to buy those phones as well. Like, I'm just making a joke right here. I know you guys are really rich. So first of all, your mobile phone, nothing is better than that. The cameras inside the mobile phones now, the reason I say nothing is better, because it's very portable. You already have in your pocket. You don't have to make a separate investment. You have the best cameras inside the mobile phones. Use that. The only thing which gonna make a difference, and the reason your pictures does not look good, because of lighting. This is the panel right here. This cost around £40. It's not a cheap light, and you might be thinking, okay, Zen, why not just buy a holder from probably a Poundland and then stick a bulb inside for £1? Keep in mind, there is a difference between a good lighting and there's a difference between bad lighting. Just lighting up the room with a lot of lamps or with a lot of stuff, it's not going to help you. So if you want your pictures to look really good, you need to invest. I'm gonna give you a free option as well, but for those who are taking it really seriously, you really need to invest in good lighting, because the lighting that we normally use, or one we have inside our house, like a ceiling light or all those kind of stuff, they are absolutely rubbish. They are bad lighting, really bad lighting. Like, this lighting is soft light. Even if I have to hold on my face like this, it's next to my eyes and it's blowing like this. it's not making me blind. You see, it's on. The light is on right there, and I'm putting right next to my eyes, and my eyes are open. Because this is really soft. And that's why this is small panel like this cost around £40. You can buy these from Amazon, and you can kind of adjust the temperature of those, and you can also adjust how bright and how those things they go as well. If you're selling a small item, all you have to do, let's say you are selling this remote, or you are listing this small cable, because we're talking about the cable. So I do have a cable sitting right next to me right here. So let's say you are listing this cable. I'm just gonna open up because it is packed. Just gonna open this cable. Let's say you are listing this picture, this cable right here. Okay, now all you have to do is find a plain clear surface. If you can't find it, then using a A4 paper, like this A4 paper, you're gonna find tons of them sitting inside your house. Just put that on the paper. I'm just gonna put a little bit up so you can see that, because if I put it on the table, you might not be able to see. So if you just put that right here and use the light like this to light up the object, not yourself, light up the object, and then try to take a picture from an angle where the background will look white. This is if you have something to take a pictures. So just put it right next to it and take a picture with your mobile phone. The reason, so this is with the professional lighting. This is like a very portable light. I can move it around. But normally the kind of lights that I'm using at the moment to take a pictures, I'm actually using it for this like a setup to light myself as well. So I can take these off and I can take the video for that. So I'm just going to show you in a minute. I'm just going to take a picture. So if you see, I taken a picture. This is what look in front of me. I'm taking a picture for myself. You see those two lights on the side? These are panels, and these panels are not cheap. These panels cost nearly it's around £250 each, because these lights are really expensive lights. So I can take them off when I need to take a pictures, because I spend like sometimes days and days to take a pictures for my products as well. But I know not everybody gonna have money to buy those, or even you have it, not everybody gonna spend money on those as well. So the best thing, and it actually going to be a lot better than these lights, is going to be the natural light. Now the summer days are really long as well. You can just simply put the item outside in the garden or in the street or whatever you have. Just put those outside and you will be able to take the pictures with the mobile phone that you will have. I mean, almost all the mobile phone, even if you have iPhone 6 at the moment or Samsung S6 at the moment, they have a really decent camera. So you don't have to struggle you don't have to buy a professional camera. Of course, if you have a professional camera, your picture's gonna look more better, but I mean, you can do a really decent job with the mobile phone nowadays as well. So these are the things with the pictures. You wanna take minimum 8 pictures. I walk you through the process, like how to do those, how to take those. Minimum 8 pictures, like from the front, back, all the angle for the products as well. Okay. The next 2 pictures, the picture number, the 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all the product pictures. You have covered all the angles for those. Put those one, okay, and then the next 2 pictures are going to be where you will have to highlight some kind of feature for the product that you have. You really have to highlight those. And for those, I actually recommend that you add some kind of text, some kind of imagery on your pictures. So for example, for that, I highly recommend you use Canva. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything to use it, nothing. It's absolutely for free. You can just simply use it at any time. Okay, so for example, I don't have any picture with me, so I'm just gonna take one pictures and show you how to add a text on the picture right here. So for example, let's say I am selling a phone. It can be any you know what I mean. It can be any product that you are selling. Okay, so we have I'm just gonna take one from Google actually. iPhone cable. Okay, by the way, I don't recommend the reason I'm saying this, because if you copy the picture from Google or anywhere, I'm doing this just for the purpose of this tutorial, but the thing is, like, when you are listing the item, I say your own bad looking pictures are a lot better than the pictures that you actually copy from somewhere. And the reason I say that, because the algorithm nowadays are very smart enough to really realize that this pictures is not really belongs to you. This is a picture that you actually copy from somewhere. So always take your own pictures, even they are really bad looking. Okay, so inside the Canva, once you come right here, the first thing you want to do, whatever the pictures you have taken with your mobile phone, first of all, upload them. So you come to upload, you go to device, and then in the device, if I go to, where did I save it? In the downloads, yes. Which one was the thing? Okay, that one right here. Okay, so we got this one. This picture is gonna be uploaded inside the gallery right here. I'm gonna click it. I can even change the size by dragging it, putting it back, dragging it, putting it back. Like, that's like entirely up to you, however you wanna get it done. Okay, now you put that right here, and now however you want to add your image, however you want to add your text, this is going to be completely up to you. So let's say in this case, I want to highlight the feature that this is a 2 meter. I'm just giving one example. Normally, what the people normally do is they just click on text right here, and they're just gonna add something called 2 meter, the text. And then they bring a text right here, and that's like, they're gonna enlarge it and leave it like that. But like this, it does not look like, you know, doesn't look really, it does not look professional. So what you wanna do is, you wanna add some kind of background inside the things that you are using. So the good thing inside the Canva, that you just simply come on more, click on photos, and inside the photos you will be able to use many backgrounds. So for example, for this, if I want to use like a, let's say a red one, just for example, this is absolutely free. I click here, click red. This one gonna come like this. This is the red. And now I can create a text called 2 meter, and then I will be able to change the color for this one, and it's gonna really pop more, that people will be able to read the text really. It's gonna be easier for them to read the text as well. So always add some kind of dark color background behind the text, because it's gonna look nice, and it's gonna be simple and easier for them to read as well. So this is the text. Like, if you are like a UK sellers, you can actually just simply, if you want to, let's say, add a Royal Mail logo, a lot of people add that. A lot of people add the UK flag just to highlight the fact that you are not a Chinese seller, you are selling from UK, gonna come with fast delivery. Whatever the badge that you want to add, just fast and let's say you want to add like a UK seller. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on the images, UK seller. This is gonna be easier for me to add. Just put it right. So all you have to do is just take another image, whatever you want to add from the Google, or you can just write it by yourself as well if you want to, and just come back to Canva, and from the Canva, just again same drill, upload that one. Device says desktop screenshot right here. So now you just add those badges as well. You can just drag and make them big and large, and however you want to do it, arrange the stuff the way you want to do. So you wanna, the picture number 5 and 6 is going to be something which you're gonna highlight some sort of feature for the product that you are selling. These are the picture number 5 and 6. Okay, now the picture number 7 and 8, you want to show like a real life use, like how if the buyer is going to buy the product, how actually they're going to use that in real life. So in the case of when we are using a cable, what you want to do, Ilyas Salimani, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I'm watching you guys live. Thank you so much for doing that. Now for the next one, what you want to do, you want to show some real life use of the product that you are selling. So you are here, you might want to put that on the same piece of paper right there, like that, and then just plug it in like this, and just take a picture of plugging the thing inside. So you want to show those real life use of the product. If you are selling I don't know, a jumper, or if you are selling a fitness watch, or like some kind of model who is running, it's like I use myself a lot of times. Like, of course I don't show my face, but as a model I use a lot of time if I'm wearing a watch, or if I'm wearing like this, like whatever, depending on what you are selling. For example, if I'm selling like a glasses, it's just gonna put the glasses. So like show the real life news. So first 4 pictures cover all angles for the product, and picture number 5 and 6, like you really want to highlight the feature for the product that you are selling. And then the last 2 pictures are going to be real life use. So 8 pictures minimum. If you do not have 8 pictures, don't bother listing the item, like for serious. And the thing where I did, and this is absolutely free, this is Canva. I have a whole tutorial just on the Canva on the channel right here as well. So this is like if you were selling Alexa, like like this is the perfect example of it. Like if I was selling Amazon Alexa, I will just take this picture, probably crop this part out like here. Let me remove this one. Luckily it was sitting inside my thing right here. I can just simply like remove this one and then enlarge this one right here. So on Alexa or somebody, like I show my face, like I'm saying to Alexa, like imagination right there is endless. If I'm selling this iPhone pin tool to open like the mobile, I might be like picture like this, opening a SIM card to put the picture on the side like that. You know what I mean? So imagination is endless right there. Depends on your product. You want to, like, customer want to feel, if I buy this product, how I'm gonna use it, how this product is going to be. So that's why that's last 2 pictures are going to be, and the pictures are very, very important when it comes to selling the products online. Okay, next thing, still I haven't talked about the title, because the titles are very important things. That's why I left them for the last one, because you never want to miss out on title. The pictures on them display a large photo in the search, in a gallery. It's a £3. I don't use it. Leave that. there is no need to use those things as well. If you use that, that's gonna cost you extra £3. No, thank you so much. Like I would keep the simple. Okay, so brand, whatever the product you are selling, you have to be very careful. Like if I'm selling this cable and this is the thing for the cable, if I put Apple here, my listing will go down. So I just want to go with unbranded. But if you are selling, for example, used clothing and it's a Nike or it's Adidas, for the used one, it's going to be fine. You can put Nike, you can put Adidas. It's going to be absolutely fine. But while you're listing that, you want to keep a really close eye on this circle right here. It's not showing at the moment, but it will show in a minute. So what the things you are selling is charging and sync cable. Okay. But the thing is, which Apple one is called lightning. So you see this circle comes up right here. Keep a close eye on circle. This one. Can you see the circle? This circle right here, you need to make it fully blue. If I give a more and more information to algorithm in the item specification matters more than a description, because a lot of people do not read a description. Keep that in mind. But once they are looking for the item on eBay, item specification is the one. If you feed a lot of information inside the eBay item specification, then the eBay algorithm will know what your item is, because at the end of the day, it's not like some human who is sitting there who's typed like this person typed this and I need to show these listing. It's all artificial intelligence. It's all algorithm. So as much information that you can give it to algorithm, it will be easier for the algorithm to show more impressions to your listing. That's so at least you want to do the least one. You want to make this circle fully blue. As you will see, the more I will fill up this information, this circle will go more blue and blue and blue. So you will see that. Okay. Got it. Okay, just gonna remove that. Now, what the item included is a charging cable. Close this one. Is a charging cable, and then what is the length for that is a 1 meter. If you have more than, like if I'm selling 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, if I have added a variation, I can type that manually. 1 meter, 2 meter, 5 meter. Keep an eye on circle. The more I add the things, it will become more blue. Number of ports 1. This is going to be different for all the items that you are selling. It's going to be different for each and every one. Okay, so now the compatible models. Okay, for which compatible brand is for Apple. Look at the word, not Apple, it's for Apple. So if you choose unbranded right here, and this cable is for Apple, not made by Apple, you're not gonna get like some sort of copyright strike or anything like that. Like your eBay won't take your listing down. Now iPhone cable work with iPhone 5 to iPhone 12 Pro. It's a similar cable. So you want to take your time, don't be lazy. You want to type iPhone, start from iPhone 5, because this is going to be iPhone 5. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna quickly copy that, add all the models. Like don't get lazy. I'm gonna type a couple of them so you will get the idea. iPhone 5, then 5S, 5C. It's gonna suggest you all of them. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but if you wanna get sales, you will have to add all the models with whatever the things work. You need to fill all this information. So I've just typed 2, but until the iPhone 12 Pro, you're gonna add all of them. The color is white. The material is silicone gel and rubber. This is a normally I select for cables, but you might have a different item that you were that you were selling. So, and then the next one you want to go what's the thing which is plain, and then you have your MPN number, which is called manufacturer part number. If you do not have that, just simply type does not apply. Okay, now see where you see the circle, it become fully blue right here. Look, all of that is blue. Now 322,000 recent searches for these details. So means if somebody type a lightning cable, it's gonna come up. Somebody type charging cable, it's gonna come up. Somebody type 1 meter cable, it's gonna come up. Somebody type 2 meter iPhone cable for Apple, and then you have all the models. You are covering each and everything right there. So this is something you really have to take care. Have I shared the screen? No, I'm not even. So I have 21 people watching, and then I've been talking for like 5 minutes, and my screen was not even shared. So nobody even let me know in the comments. Okay, let's go to. Is it my screen was on? I'm not even sure. So what I was saying, like you really have to fill and keep an eye on this circle right here. That circle is very important. If you are missing some information, then this circle will not turn blue all the way to end. So you really have to keep this in mind. Okay, now you know the item specification for this one. Let me refresh this page. Now we can talk about the title. We can go to the title. We can see what is the information which matters most to the eBay algorithm. So we can base our title around that. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you have your brand, you have your type, but before any of that, just simply go to eBay. What you want to do is just type the product that you are selling. That's a very important thing. I always do this. It makes my life really easy. Type iPhone, because this is a cable, depending on whatever you are selling. iPhone charging. As soon as you're going to type that, this is going to give you a lot of recommendation by itself. And the reason it gives you a lot of recommendation, because this is what people type mostly when they look for these kind of items. So if your title is iPhone charging cable, it's starting with that, or iPhone dock, or iPhone lead, or iPhone cable 2 meter, iPhone cable 3 meter, the chances of your item coming up inside the search are going to increase. So that's what this is how you want to start your titles always. Whatever you are selling, it can be anything. Let's say, give me a very like a generic item. For example, t-shirt for t-shirt for woman. I don't know, a lot of people are looking for t-shirts for the dog as well. T-shirt for man, t-shirt for the boy. This is like, you need to Fortnite t-shirt. This is how you want to start your title based on whatever the recommendation they are giving you. So charging cable, you see, even I type charging cable, I'm not starting with iPhone charging cable. This is telling me iPhone charging cable. So this is how you want to start your title, always based on recommendation of the search. So because iPhone charging cable, this is how they are asking me, this is how people are typing. I'm gonna start my title based on recommendation as well. So iPhone charging cable. This is how people come and search the stuff on eBay. Like, how many times once you are looking for something on Google or on YouTube or on any platform, how many times you just simply type a little bit and then just click on whatever it's recommending you? Because that's what people type most, and that's why the recommendation system is there. And then whoever have used those kind of words, and it's not just the words, just the things inside the word, as I was saying, all the things inside the item specification. We haven't been in the description yet. Don't worry about the description. Item specification, which is gonna type more. You want to give as much information that you can give it to algorithm. So all this circle will go blue. If this circle is not blue, then you need to add more information inside. Let's say I remove this one, I remove this one, I remove this one. You see that circle is becoming less and less. For Apple, for remove this. Now the circle is halfway through. You want to type, you want to give all the information to the algorithm so it can really recognize if somebody type 30 pin or lightning cable, or for Apple, for iPhone, you want to type all of them. Because let's say if I have an iPhone 7, I'm going to type iPhone 7. Because that's like what I'm looking for. As a buyer, he might not know the iPhone 7 or iPhone 6 or iPhone 12, all of them have a same cable. So that's why you need to fill up all the information. Like, don't get lazy inside the things right there. Now, the next thing, we filled up all this information, and then we done the first part of our title as well. I haven't completed the title. Again, I said, I'm not looking at the title based on I went inside the recommended search. Okay, I'm gonna make it all of it blue by adding more things right here. So you see now it become all blue right here. The more information that you're gonna add, the search number gonna increase as well. So this is something you really have to pay close attention right there. Now that one is done. Okay. If you need to add additional information that you cannot find inside, you can add it right here as well. I recommend doing it. Okay, so United Kingdom, height, length, manufacturing warranty, it all doesn't matter. Manufacturing color, unit quantity, all of those things. If you want to add, You see, fast charging thing wasn't there, but if somebody is looking for a cable, they really care about if it's charged fast. So I will add a fast charge. If somebody will type, let's say, fast charging iPhone cable, they will, or then I will, you really have to see what people really care about. I will say, the cable is really strong. And I say, type. Just gonna put type, and I say, I mean, title it anything you want, and then you will be able to just say strong. You can just type strong right here. I don't know how we're gonna title that, but anyway, you know what I mean right there. So now we are on to item description. This is the next part as well. Okay, I have the tutorial as well to add pictures inside the description inside the eBay description. But the thing is, when it comes to the description for the item, guys, adding a picture or making it look fancy or anything, it will not impact your sale, period. I know the listing look professional and all that, but there is no data whatsoever to prove it really impact your kind of your sales at the end of the day. What it does, if you don't believe me, you don't have to take my word for it. Okay, go look at the description for the Argos. Go look at the description for the PC Currys. Go look at the description for Mark and Spencer. Those are the brands, and they spend tons of money, and they have experts in those things as well. When it comes to description, they are keeping it really, really simple and to the point for the customers. If you add the pictures inside your description, if you use the templates inside your description, it's gonna take long time for your listing to load up, and the buyer just simply gonna click away. Simply. Like, how many of you joined this live stream and you were still here, like from the beginning to end? So you really have to keep in mind that at any time, if it's taking a little bit longer, I know if I become silent and if I don't talk for, let's say, 30 seconds is nothing. If I become silent and I don't do anything for 30 seconds, half of people will leave. They will not watch this video. So if your listing is taking a lot of time just to load up because you try to make it look fancy and then add the pictures inside and all those kind of stuff, guys, it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth your money. It harms you at the end of the day. Do not add the pictures. Keep it simple. Simple works best. And then I will talk more about it as well inside the description right here. So let's go back to sharing a screen so I don't really look like a dummy again. Okay, so now we are right here inside the description. What you want to do inside the description, now I even like to type to the point. I like to even type that inside my description. Advanced editing, you want to use the bullet points and just talk about the main features. As a customer, just think about what you really care about most. What you really care about most if you are buying that particular item. In this case, if I'm buying a cable, I care about this and that product should have those features as well. This is a strong cable. On this note, once we are doing a title, the description, we need to complete our title as well. So now this is the perfect time to complete our title. For that, what you want to do is now, once I go to that page, just take a screenshot. keywordtool.io. That's the website you want to go on. Okay. When you go to keywordtool.io, this is it's free. For the purpose that we're gonna use it for, this is going to be free. I'm right here for this page. You can just simply take a screenshot for that now. You go to this one, okay, and then select the country. In my case, is already selected, United Kingdom. Google, YouTube, Bing, Amazon, eBay, Play Store, Instagram, Twitter. This is for eBay. I'm gonna select eBay. Now, copy the suggestion, whatever the suggestion it was giving you from here. Now, I'm just gonna simply paste it here and then look for more keywords that the people are using to find these products. Okay. Now, even you can get a lot of products idea from here as well. So you have your iPhone cable 2 meter. I always say, 2 meter cable, rather than if you want to come up with some sort of unique idea. Everybody is selling iPhone 1 meter cable, but people are looking for longer cable. It's the same products but with a different idea. You can see even in a suggestion or even in a tool, the iPhone cable is actually a lot of people are typing 2 meter. They want the longer cable. So now, depending on the products, it's going to give you different things right here. So now, even though when we created a variation, even though my cable, let's say I have a 2 meter cable, I have a 5 meter cable, I have a 1 meter cable as well, because people type a lot of them iPhone cable 2 meter, I'm just gonna put 2 meter, and then this will be the perfect. You need to learn to place the keywords inside your title, inside the description, where exactly you need to place them. So because people type like this, iPhone cable 2 meter, I will put 2 meter, then I will put 1 meter, and then I will put 5 meter. You might say, normally if I was listing and if I haven't done my research, I will just simply go 1, 2, and 5. But the thing is, like, you can't ignore the data. You really have to do the analysis for the products that you want to sell. If you want to successfully sell them, you need to spend time doing that. So 2 meter, 1 meter, and then what other things that people really care about. Okay, a lot of people are looking for iPhone 7, 6, and 12. That might be the famous model, but what you want to do is for iPhone so we had a 12, we had a 6, and we had iPhone 7. But if you have a space, you can cover all other models as well. But I will just simply keep like that, because a lot of people are just doing that, searching for this one. And then what also else they care about, what they want. If your cable is short, you can do that. But you want to find a relevant keyword which will be relevant to your listing. And if you are planning on doing subtitle as well, then there are other things that you can add in your subtitle. So for example, charging cable for iPhone, because in this one we said iPhone charging cable. This one you can just type iPhone charging cable, or you can add this keyword, not like copy all the keyword and add inside the description. Not, you have to, because these algorithms are really smart to understand that you are just doing a keyword stuffing. You're just putting a lot of keywords just to get the ranking inside the search, but you have to, in the description, you have to really make a paragraph of it as well. So you can just say this is a charging, and then you can type this is a charging cable for iPhone. This is a paragraph now. You know what I mean? So if somebody comes inside the search and type charging cable for iPhone, then if you are using exact keywords inside your description, and you can put, if you want to, inside your subtitle as well, then a lot of people are looking for short iPhone cables. So you might want to sell those. You can add, like, there are tons of other keywords right here. And this is here you're going to complete your title. This is here you're going to complete your subtitle. Based on the recommendation, that's the first thing that I told you. These are all the recommendation right here. And based on the recommendation for this tool right here, or there are tons of them out there. Like, you can use any of them. That's like, this is the free one. So I normally talk about the things which are easy to access. So that's what you want to do. This is how you want to complete your title, and this is how you want to complete your description based on the keywords which are suggesting it, and then make a paragraph, make like a phrase, long tail keywords, not just copy and paste all those keywords inside the description from the keyword and then put them inside the description. You want to make them like a readable for your viewers as well. Now the other things that you want to do is, now we have a format. So we have a fixed price and auction style. A lot of people understand that if you want to run an auction, you can select auction, fixed price. I'm not a biggest fan of auctions. The products that I sell, they are not really good for auction. So I just choose fixed price. You can schedule your listing as well. It's going to cost you 12p, but no, thank you so much. Not doing that. So average price for this one is $336. For me, I'm just going to ignore it. Whatever the price you want to do, just do that. That's absolutely fine. Now the next thing is the best offer. Guys, one thing you have to keep in mind, the best offer is like, once the buyer comes on your listing, they will be able to make an offer. Make offer button will show on your listing. Okay, I have a very a mixed kind of reviews on it. One time I say, if the buyer depends on your product. if a buyer is looking for a cable, they need to charge their phone. They can't live without their phone. They need to place an order as soon as possible. They want that cable with them next day or day after, and they don't want to waste the time sending an offer and then waiting for the reply. So if there is a best offer, automatically the customer gonna think, okay, this seller can actually sell cheaper than they have listed. And okay, I have no time to make an offer, so they're just gonna go and look for a different product. They're not gonna look for they're just gonna skip away. So you really have to be very mindful once you are enabling the offer or once you are giving them an option not to do that. So you really, does that make sense? Because you have to understand, as a customer, you don't want to give them a little chance. We have a very short attention span, really short attention span. You don't want to give them any reason just in 1 second to just, okay, bye-bye, click away. No, you have to really be mindful of that one. So if you want to do it, again, I said, depends on a product. Put yourself in the position of your buyer and then think like a buyer once you are listing the item. For me, for some item, I use the best offer one, like especially for the mobile phones, because they are expensive item and buyers are willing to wait because they're spending a lot of money. But for the small one, first, I don't even want the headache, and then I do not let them option to send me an offer, and then I have to go through whatever. If your sale is over £85,000, you need to charge the VAT. I charge VAT, that is 20%, but that's normally depends on if you're charging a VAT or not. This is very subjective to whatever you're doing. Quantity, whatever the quantity you have. So private listing, this is something I keep in mind, because I know a lot of people, a lot of customers, they like to be anonymous. So let's say a buyer will buy a cable from you. When they leave a feedback, in front of their feedback, it will not show to other people what this feedback was left for. It will just say private listing. It will just say that. So if I buy a product and I want to stay anonymous, I will just look for a customer who have a private listing. So you have to be really mindful for that. Like whatever you are doing, I normally do all of them private, all of them. I just check this option always. Required immediate payment, I always do that. I don't sell internationally. For the return, whatever you do, 14 days, 30 days, that's the minimum. But I will do my 30 days anyway. Most of the buyers, they know that they will get eBay money back guarantee for 30 days and they can return the item regardless, even you select 14 days as well. So it doesn't really matter. Just put them. 14 days is by law. You will have to accept the returns. If somebody buy and say, I changed my mind, you will have to, it will change the mind. Of course, they have to pay for it. But normally I will offer free returns as well, because most of the people, they do not return the item just because they don't like it. They just like either want to get away with a free item, or they gonna open a case item not described. But once you click that free returns, then it show another badge, free postage and free return. You know, it gives them more peace of mind. And for that, I always give an example. I had a physical phone shop, just to give you more perspective to this one, why you should do that, is the phone shop, on the phone shop, it was clearly written, we happily exchange or refund your money within 30 days. That was written inside my shop, like a big notice. Most of the people just gonna write, we don't offer exchange or refund, then they're gonna get more return, because like the problem is like buyer is not really satisfied when they are buying the item. So if you give them more satisfaction, the reason for that, like they're gonna be really satisfied and they're not gonna come back and return the item as well. So that's why I personally offer a free returns as well. For me, this is something like that's my personal choice, and I recommend you do the same as well. Okay, so now the next one right here is the domestic postage. I have a business account, so the reason I choose Royal Mail Track 24, but I highly recommend, this is like really a pro level tips comes in as well. Even you are shipping the item without, let's say you're using Royal Mail second class, you are shipping an item without the tracking, I highly recommend still you choose the Royal Mail either sign for or trackable. I know that it's not like you should be doing, like, but the thing is, a lot of scammers, they come to your listing and the first thing they look at, if you are sending an item with the tracking or without the tracking. So if you are sending without the tracking, you're gonna get the scammers. I normally use actually Royal Mail Track 24, so that's why I choose them. But if I wasn't, for example, I will still choose this one because I want to keep those scammers away. Royal Mail First Class, it's not trackable. Large letter or letter is not trackable, but I will still choose as a tracking. That's the reason I explain it to you, because once they're gonna see you have a trackable service, then the scammers will not buy from you. This is the pro tip. I done it many times and it really helps me out. Okay, so next one, free shipping. I offer free shipping to each and every one. Okay, so now this is normally in your one, it's gonna look like this. Okay, you're not gonna have an additional service option. But if you want to be a top rated seller, top rated plus sellers, this is where, if you've been a good boy on eBay, you get really like a 10% off on your final value fees at the end of month as well. But there is one condition, that you will have to offer next day delivery less than £10. That's the condition right there. So now, depending on whatever you are selling, I will normally I will go to the express delivery, whatever the one-day services, like let's say Royal Mail Special, other 24-hour courier, and I will put the price even $9.99. I know people not gonna choose that. Like nobody gonna pay $9.99 just to buy £2 or £3 cable. But just to qualify to become a top-rated seller, I need to offer additional service, and you should do that and put the price to max. Even you get the order, you are taking $9.99, and that's what almost costs to send a large letter. Next day delivery is cost £6.50p. But I don't want to go to the for those particular one, I don't want to go to the post office just to let them scan as well. So that's why I put the price max just to qualify for this one. Local collection, if you offer a local collection, that's up to you. This is a dispatch, same day, 1 working day, whatever it fits in your time. This is view and edit your cutoff time. So normally this cutoff time is going to be, my one is selected for 1 p.m. So if anybody place an order with me before 1 p.m., I ship the item on same day. So what that does is, before if 1 p.m., if they are looking at your listing, then they will see that they will have a timer on their screen, which will show them if you order within 5 minutes or within 10 minutes or within 1 hour, the seller gonna ship on the same day as well. So my one is selected for 1 p.m. Whatever works best for you, that will be your choice right there as well. Okay, now we have international postage. If you sell internationally, that's really up to you. And then the dimension for this one, I normally put the weight and dimension because I use Royal Mail click and drop, and with the click and drop, it is something makes it really easy to apply the postage automatically if you're using click and drop, and if you fill out all the information. But for you, you don't really have to worry about if you're not doing it. That's going to be a bit lengthy one. If you want to apply it the promotion for then you can apply the promotion. I list my item like without them first, and then I start with 1%, and then normally it works with that, and if not, then I can just take it up. And then for you, if you want to, let's say if somebody buy 2 or more, because let's say if somebody buy 3 cables, of course it's going to cost me same money to post it, so I can offer them a little bit more discount. So the badges that you normally see underneath the price, buy 2 or buy 3 or buy 4, this is where you select all of those. The fees is saying £2.40 because I have selected the subtitle. Normally, because I have a store subscription, as you can see, for the shop category, if you don't have a store subscription, these two will not come inside your shop category, will not be there. I have a store subscription, so I don't really pay any fees for the listing as well. So now that was all of my walkthrough about listing the item on eBay. These are the things, 2 tools I mentioned, keywords.io and Canva. Canva for the picture, keyword.io for the title. These are the one you should be really using it. You see, it took me nearly over 1 hour just to explain it to you. And then if you are spending literally, of course you're gonna get into some kind of a system where you will be able to list the item quickly. But the thing is, you need to spend time on those things, especially on the pictures and especially on the titles, the way I explain it to you, because without that, it's gonna be really, really difficult for the customer to find the item, and then you have to take it from there as well. So now, a couple of things. If you have any question, you can put them inside the chat right now. I will go through them, or you can, if you're watching in a replay, just ask me inside the comments, and I will answer to those as well. The first thing we have is what I want to announce. The Ilyas Selimani is a channel member. Welcome. Make sure you go to the community tab, or inside the description for this one. You have we have a private Facebook group, and if you're a channel member, you get access to private Facebook group. Inside the Facebook group, what I do is there is a full step-by-step tutorial how to sell it on eBay, from starting from 0 to all the way, and all the videos that I have on my channel, they are organized on my channel as well. There is a supplier list for the UK sellers, which I normally used a lot of time. And then there is also a template. So if the buyer will message you oh, I haven't received my item, where my item is, a lot of messages that we get repeatedly, there is a default reply I have typed for each and every one. Those one is right there as well. And then you can come in any time and ask any question, and I answer, and I try my best to do it as soon as possible. All those, and there is awesome community. Anjan was inside the chat as well. He's been a channel member, and he's in the Facebook group for really, really long time now. And also, there is tons and tons of value. So if I'm doing, let's say, a product video, these are my 5 top selling recommendation for the products for this month. I will even share the links where to buy those products, like a video that we done last week where I recommended 4 or 5 products. All the links, I put them inside the Facebook group, just to where to buy those and all those kind of stuff as well. So if you're not a channel member, it's $3.99. It's less than cup of coffee, and I don't feel any shame asking for those, because I really believe the value is a lot. There is tons of value, so that's really keeps me going as well to support the channel. That's why we call them channel supporters. If you're not member of that, link for that is inside the description. It's $3.99. Once you become a member for the channel, then you can request for the membership for the Facebook group as well. So the link is inside the description. Make sure you check that. And Ilyas, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And Niraj is saying, I want to meet you face to face. What's the procedure? If you go on the website, you will be able to find the link there. You can just send. I live in Newcastle, so that gonna be something which is there. But the thing is, like, to be honest with you, a lot of things that you might gonna need are already here on the YouTube channel as well. So even if you see me, that's gonna be tons of same things right there. So that's the link for the website. I put that inside the chat there as well. And if you want to know more about the channel memberships, the link is inside the description, but I have explained what you actually like get from the channel, more about the Facebook group. And that one is inside. I will put the link for that inside the description as well. We're gonna be live again tomorrow for the question and answer, but in this one with a very like kind of less distraction to the question, I want to walk you through the whole process of listing, and we've done it successfully as well. And we're gonna take many more products, and then we will walk you through many times until you become a champion to list a product as well. So hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in definitely next video as soon as we're gonna publish that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.